Yo, what is up YouTube? This is 9 Gauge Reaper. Just want to show you guys some of my gear that I currently have. I'm still working on getting the other pair and whatnot. It's going to take me a bit. I just want to basically try and see if I can get a deal with the dealer when I try and get my motorcycle. See if I can actually get a better discount or something when I get the jacket or riding suit. Really hoping I'm going to get a riding suit rather than jacket and pants and all that. But anyway, here we go. This is my helmet. It's the GMax helmet. Can't remember what model it was. I'll put it down in the description so you can all look at it much closer if you like. But I really like this helmet. It really stuck out to me because it had so many vents. It had the dual visor. Another thing that I really liked about this helmet is the LED strip on the back. I don't have any batteries at the moment. The current batteries I had in here are dead. And just forewarning, if you get this helmet, you probably want rechargeable batteries. Because the ones I left in here, I really didn't use, and maybe I think a month I tried pulling it out just to make sure my helmet was in check and all that and clean it, and the battery was already dead. But anyway, this had, I believe, either 3 or 4 modes. It had the off, the straight, just on entire time, then there's the blinking, and then there's a more of a strobe blinking. And I mean, it's really noticeable. I know that there is an attachment or an additional thing that you can buy from GMax where you can hook it up to your brakes, and the light on here will come on when your brakes come on. I thought that was pretty cool, but didn't feel like spending the money for that just yet since I don't have the motorcycle. I probably will get it, but it'd be a while before I do. But yeah, it's not Snell approved. It is DOT. I kind of wish it was Snell approved, but by what I've seen in other wrecks that this helmet has been in, the top vents, usually a majority of the pictures completely came off or something like that, but the helmet held pretty good. The riders just walked away like nothing happened. Their accidents weren't relatively like extreme, like racing or whatnot, but it was everyday use. I think that's pretty much what I would need for being on the street. Yeah, back to the front of the helmet, you got obviously the little air guard there, the 2 vents on the side here, got the guard piece for your breath anti-fog, got the vents in here when you have the visor up. Really cool thing that I noticed with a lot of helmets, or at least lower costing helmets, are missing is the multiple modes on the visor. As you can see, this one has quite a bit of them. And of course, we got the dual exterior sun visor. Yeah, and I think it just really makes the motorcycle helmet stand out. I haven't seen any other helmet that has a dual exterior visor, but I've seen several with the sun visor inside. But some those I think with a lot of other motorcycle helmets that have the interior ones, they kind of sacrifice some safety and space to make room for that internal visor. And of course, you have this visor out here. You don't want to use it. You pop it up. You're a little less aerodynamic, but of course, you could just pop it off. I'm guessing. Haven't tried popping it off yet. but I'm sure it's pretty easy. Up on top, you got the vent here, all these vents on top are adjustable, closable, whatnot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's just on top. Of course, you got the exhaust up there. Can't really see it, but there's an exhaust here, an exhaust here, one here, and one here. Interior wise, it's pretty comfortable, fits me snug. I believe this comes out, but I'd rather not remove it. And it's washable and whatnot. Sound quality for when you're wearing this helmet out on the street. Since I don't have a motorcycle and I've only taken the safety course, which is the closest thing I've come to riding a motorcycle, it's I'd have to say it keeps the noise down pretty good. A lot of people in a lot of other reviews, they'll mention that too, that it's not too loud, or they just don't hear that much at all, expecting from a helmet with so many vents, you know. But let me adjust here. There's not too much other about this helmet. My motorcycle safety class, I really got to test out this helmet. Not in the aspect that I laid the bike over or dropped my helmet or got into some serious accident. But I mean, the overall design is mostly geared towards hot summer days, and it was like, I believe either 95 or 97 out. And I mean, in Jefferson City, Missouri, it's humid, really humid, and when it gets hot, it's almost unbearable. With it being black, you know, you'd think it would get a lot more hotter, but long as we kept moving, and I didn't really notice it get hot all that fast at all. Like, it took maybe about we never really stood out in the sun long enough to test that, but when we were in motion, I mean, I stayed pretty cool. Everyone else, they were kind of sweating. They had to take their helmets off every break and whatnot. I could just keep mine on, had no real problem. But yeah, if you're ever looking for a helmet, I believe this one only cost me $70 because it was on sale. I know, really cheap. And a lot of people like to go on, oh, it was a cheap helmet. It's most likely not going to keep you safe, yada yada. And I mean, I've seen the accidents this helmet has been in. Now, am I saying, is it going to survive all the more extreme accidents? It all depends. I mean, it's DOT certified. That's good enough for me. I mean, sure, you can get Snell certified and whatnot, pay $400, $300 for a helmet and all that hoorah and jazz. I mean, I would love to have a helmet that's Snell approved, but you have to draw a line at if these companies are taking advantage of people and how much they're making from these helmets. I mean, how much do you think a helmet really costs them to make, you know? But really, it's up to you. You can go by if your head's worth $10 and get a $10 helmet. Well, it's up to you. But anyway, moving on. Currently, these are my riding boots. A little dusty, I know, they've been sitting aside. But they're really thick, steel-toed. Not too much to say about them. I really like them. I wish I would have gotten a size bigger, just by half. But with ankle it doesn't necessarily have like padding for the ankle, but it's tight enough that it gives you support. They cost me almost like, I'd say about $60. I'll probably get more footwear geared towards motorcycle riding, but till now, or till then, these are my current boots. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would do pretty well with wearing these if I was in an accident. They're really sturdy, padded on the inside. I think they're pretty awesome. And here are my really cheap winter gloves. Yeah. No, these are my summer gloves, sorry. Leather, perforated, yada yada. Not too much padding. I'm probably going to get different gloves because these just feel so cheap, and I doubt they'll make it through a crash. They're just a little too on the thin side. I don't remember how much I paid for them, but I ended up buying some really cheap gloves because the safety course didn't notify us on certain gear until a little bit too late. But yeah, those are my winter gloves. Not my winter gloves, my summer gloves. But they're pretty alright. Until I get new ones. I probably won't use them, but I did for the riding course. These are my winter gloves. And they are a lot better than my summer gloves. They're a lot thicker. Some perforation, some armor on it. I mean, they do pretty well. I'm really hoping that I'll get some better gloves here in a bit. It really depends upon what I find and what's gonna really do it for me. But all I can say is I'm still debating upon whether I need to get whether I'm going to get a jacket with pants or an actual full riding suit. I'd really prefer a full riding suit just because I kind of see it as I hear a lot of people say, well, you need to have all this gear snug, etc. It's snug and Crohn's disease don't exactly go too well with each other. If I get enough abdominal pressure, it triggers that. So I'm really aiming for that nice pair of, or that nice riding suit. And of course, I'm going to try and get some kind of a upper body armor. I remember seeing something about that, and it was relatively cheap, had a lot of really good reviews on it. But yeah, that at the moment that you just saw is the riding gear I have at this time, but as off-season comes closer, the deals start breaking out, dealer starts getting more anxious. That's probably when I'll strike, and hopefully then I'll have the riding suit, and then I can bear with whatever the great Missouri winter shall ensue upon me. But anyway, what do you guys think I should get? I'm still thinking back and forth on riding suit and jacket or pants. I know a lot of people would suggest throw all that gear away. It's completely worthless. Well, not really. I love the helmet. And just, why should I get a better helmet than this? I mean, it's all based upon my opinion and whatnot, but of course, if I was racing, of course I would get a better helmet than this. I would get the helmets that are geared towards racing, but for now, that's going to have to do. But yeah, suggestions for gear would be very helpful. Pros and cons, characteristics, etc. I would really like that. But anyway, that's basically it. Thanks for watching.